Hello, 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 and welcome to TMB, where we bring you good news to remind you that the good news is that there is good news, even though we're often told that there's nothing good going on at all. If it's your first time here, you might be wondering, hey, Eddie, what does TMB stand for? Well, stay tuned to find out. Sneak peek, it's probably you. I'm looking forward to enjoying this cup of coffee with you today. Today's episode is inspired by good news in New York, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and California. Happy Monday, it's June 26th, and whether you're tuning in the day that this drops or any other day, really appreciate you making time and joining all the other modern believers out there. It means a lot. It's another beautiful day on the right side of the ground, ain't it? Before we begin, I encourage you to make that phone call, send that text, tell that person you love them, tell them that you miss them. As hard as it is sometimes, let go of that grudge, and together, let's show more kindness and love in this world, because tomorrow isn't always guaranteed. Let's begin. MTA engineer William Kennedy was a hero of all heroes while he was doing his usual route, and in the distance noticed that it seemed to be a boy that had wandered onto the tracks. Worst of all, he was feet away from the electric third rail. A father of four, William stated that his daddy instincts kicked in and he knew that that child needed to be saved no matter what. Alongside conductor Marcus Higgins, they both managed to stop the train going 70 miles per hour while simultaneously radioing all their colleagues, central stations, whatever, to turn off and shut off the power of that electrified third rail. Once the train stopped, William immediately got out of the train, ran to the child, picked him up, got back on the train, sat him down, and reversed all the way back to Tarrytown Station. Waylon's mother, Aridia Bruno de Sosa, told WABC that it was a miracle from God that she was reunited with her baby boy, Waylon. MTA President Catherine Rinaldi honored Kennedy, Higgins, and an additional 3 employees in a ceremony earlier this month. Way to go, team. After nearly not 1, but 2 decades of absence, white rhinos have made a triumphant return to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Specifically, 16 white rhinos were released into the DRC's Garamba National Park. The rhinos were successfully translocated from beyond Findia Game Reserve in South Africa. Per Garamba National Park officials, the transfer is a major step in restoration of the ecological balance and preservation of the unique faunal heritage of the national park. The last white rhino in the park was unfortunately poached in 2006. This successful operation was led by the ICCN, conservation NGO African Parks, and Canadian mining firm Barrick Gold, which actually sponsored the rhino move. More southern white rhinos are expected to be sent to the national park in the future. Michael Armis Sr. diffused a bank robbery and potentially very harmful situation to many others when he noticed that the bank robber was acting out of stress and sadness opposed to malice. Stepping in with words and eventually a hug, 69-year-old Michael saved the day at a branch of the Bank of the West in Woodland, California. He was the voice of reason and love on a day that started out like any other day for not only himself, but everyone else that went to that bank. He actually noticed that the bank robber was a former neighbor. Small world. Michael shared with Good Morning America that he approached his former neighbor by asking him what was going on and if he had a job. His former neighbor, Eduardo Plasencia, said that there was nothing in the town for him, that he just wanted to go to prison. He told Michael he was not well. Michael took him outside and gave him a hug right by the door while officials made their way to the bank. The robber was taken to custody for attempted robbery, but no one was harmed, and he turned out not to be armed. Hopefully, Eduardo gets the help and resources he needs to find peace, and who knows, maybe down the road could be a voice of reason and inspiration for many others that might be, or that might have been, or might be in a similar position as he was when he attempted that robbery. Time for some intentional breathing and gratitude. Think about one thing you're grateful for today, and if you think of more than one, that's amazing too. Today, I'm thankful for my friend Matt Stetzler, who came to visit me in Orlando. It's always great seeing friends. That trip meant a lot. So, Matt, thank you for making time and spending a couple good days down here in Orlando. All love, brother. Now, time for some deep breaths. We're going to take 3 good deep breaths. You ready? Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. 2 more. Inhale. 1 more. Ready? Awesome. I hope that this inspires you to treat yourself to some time later in the day or at any point in this week for some intentional breathing and meditation. Remember, the world might be go, 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 but you are a priority. And if you can't be your best self, those around you sometimes suffer. So take care of yourself. You're awesome. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that follow or subscribe button to get a continuous dose of good news, man. By staying connected, you'll be amongst the first to know anytime an episode drops, and also receive positive content, because you already know that this page is only about good news, positivity, and good stuff. I also encourage you to engage with us on social media. Follow our Instagram page, like our Facebook page, TikTok, Twitter, and let's network on LinkedIn. Let's collaborate. And also, you never know who you might see in the comment section below. So if you see someone that commented or anything along those lines, make sure to hit them up. There might be an opportunity for you both to collaborate on the side. Trust me, I want to hear from you all. So if you see any sort of good news, positivity, or anything like that that you feel the world needs to hear about, let me know, and I'm more than happy to share it to the world on your behalf, on our behalf as our community. Also, if you happen to know anyone or leader or something along those lines in your local community organization, I mean, it could be you, someone that's passionate and believes in their mission enough that they know they're making a positive impact in this world, let me know. I'm working on setting up the cadence for what interviews are going to be looking like in this podcast as well. So stay tuned for that. So, for our first timers, what is TMB? Well, it stands for the modern believer. And who is the modern believer? It's you. It's people that know and believe that there's good stuff going on in the world, even though we're constantly told that there's nothing good going on. It's people that know and believe that love will always win. Remember, it costs $0 to be a kind human being. Love big and expect nothing in return. That makes you awesome. And keep being yourself. Ultimately, that's the only thing we all ever want from you. Keep on keeping on. Keep smiling and loving all those people that you encounter with that uplifting attitude, because you never know. That little bit of energy, positive energy you give off to someone can not only make their day, but could create a chain reaction of love that even after you leave, they start spreading that love to others. And those people keep spreading love to others as well. And that's a wrap for today's episode of TMB. Please, once again, if you like the episode, like, follow, comment, etc. And share this story with one friend or anything along those lines. Or put it on your story. The more the merrier. Stay blessed and keep fighting the good fight. Make it a great day.